Welcome to the ALULA video doorbell and intercom and cameras webinar. I'm Jason Sporish. I work at Digital Home Systems and I do tech support. In this webinar, we'll be going over the camera and the doorbell solutions that are provided by the ALULA Professional Smart Security System. Okay, so we've got an overview of the cameras. There's a solution for every circumstance. So as you can see on screen, there's 4 types of cameras. You've got the video doorbell on the left, the mini indoor cam. You've got the PTZ camera, which is a 360-degree camera that can rotate from the app and it can look up and down. And you've got the outdoor bullet cam, which is being ruggedized, and they all have their own mounting solutions. They all communicate wirelessly. The PTZ camera and the bullet camera do have Ethernet ports as well if you want to hardwire them. They all contain hybrid local micro SD card and clip storage. So they all come with a standard SD card and they all record into the cloud. So it's always nice to have. And they all have two-way audio, infrared night vision. So they can all see at night. The range differs between models, but yeah, they all have the two-way audio. So you can see someone, you can talk to them. From the ALULA.com portal, you have the user level access, which you can set on a per camera basis for complete control. So not just per cameras, but per user. You have very granular control for security. So you can set up employees and small businesses with, the requirements that they need, or you can just, give everyone access for a home-based situation. All the cameras support motion detection. And the front doorbell has a human motion detection. So if there's, a dog in the street or a cat or something, it shouldn't go off. And also, you can access all the cameras through the, worldwide, through the intercom, through the cloud with negligible running costs. So basically, you're overseas, you've got access to internet, you can access your doorbell, you can tell the postie where to leave the package, or you can let someone in if they've got like a Z-Wave door lock, you can just open that for them, let them in. Very convenient from the app. And yeah, very negligible running costs in terms of the subscription. So on to the next slide. The user benefits. Okay, so ALULA is an all-in-one solution with security, video, and home automation from the one handy app. So you've got the Z-Wave controller built in, you've got the wireless, and you've got the app, the touch panels, a plethora of devices. And the ALULA system uses multiple redundant communication protocols. So you've got the Ethernet, the Wi-Fi, the 4G, 5G, and it's not hard-coded, so you don't have to if you plug in Ethernet, it doesn't consider Ethernet to be primary. You can set it up to be secondary. So if someone has a very not very good Ethernet connection for their home router, they can use 4G as their primary communication and it'll fall back to Ethernet and vice versa. So you don't have to, you don't have to be rigid with your setting up of the system. Okay, so professional monitoring service for peace of mind and protection. So it supports all Australian monitoring agencies. You don't have to use professional monitoring services, but you can add that on as an add-on service. And yep, it supports, it's Australian certified, so it supports all the direct dial-in, the direct calling stations. So pretty much any Australian company will be supported. The users will also enjoy the benefits of a wide range of sensors, devices, and cameras to meet all their needs. So you've got indoor, outdoor cameras, they're ruggedized and water resistant. And yeah, the app is a multi-platform app. It can work on tablets, phones, and it has Google and Alexa integration. It's Android and iOS. And as we've mentioned in the last webinar, You have reduced site visits, which saves the customer money, which is a good benefit for them. So you don't have to roll out to their site every time they need something configured. The ALULA.com portal is amazing in that way. You just log in. The panel is unique. So if it has an internet connection, it phones back to the servers and you can always configure it. So you don't have to worry if they change internets, change IP addresses. It doesn't really matter. It's as long as it has a way to communicate with the internet, it'll be configurable via the portal. All right, we're moving on to the different camera specifications. So first up is the video doorbell. It has a 2K resolution, 3 megapixels, a vertical field of view of 180 degrees and a horizontal of 105. So we've tested it in the showroom, and it doesn't matter if you're very short or very tall, your head is usually always in the frame, and that gives you good mounting options for, placing it. It doesn't have to be in a very specific spot. Looks like we got Don. Don is from MyNet Alarm, and he is our service provider. Yep. So with the mounting of the doorbell, you're flexible in your mounting options with this generous field of view. It also supports a 4.75 meter night vision range, and again, we'll go over the human motion detections. You don't have to worry about pets and possums triggering the doorbell at night with the motion detection. And the doorbell does have two-way audio, but the user must press the button to talk, whereas the other cameras, they can just, I think it's always transmitting. And the doorbell, all of the devices can communicate wirelessly with the 2.4 gigahertz band, but the doorbell is the exception. It also supports 5 gigahertz communication band. Probably recommend using the 2.4. It has greater range and penetration, whereas the 5 gigahertz is more for faster transfer rates. It comes with an included 16 gig micro SD card. All the cameras do, in fact, and it's IP65 weatherproof rating, and you will need to supply it with 12 to 24 volts AC with 5 watts max on the circuit. And over here, I have a few of the mounting options that come in the box. So this is the canted one. It looks like 25, 30 degrees canted, and it is reversible. So depending on your entryway or where you want to mount it, you have, you can be looking off to an angle. There is another one that is angled up, and you can also reverse it, so it's angled down. And then there's just the standard flush one, which we have in the back there. And you also have different colored faceplates to match your paintwork. So you've got silver, white, black with white trim, and as pictured in the picture, we're just using the plain black one in the showroom. Moving on to the next camera, we've got the mini indoor cam. It's 720p or 1080p video. It has a generous 111 vertical field of view and 135 horizontal, so it's very good at wide angles. It also has infrared night vision, two-way audio, movement detection, and it communicates on the 2.4 gigahertz communication. It also uses 5 volts DC, and it's basically just a USB cable, and it plugs into your typical mobile phone charger. As with the mounting, it does have a magnetic base. So it comes with a base plate that you can screw into a wall, or you can magnetically mount it onto any surface that's capable of attracting a magnet. And you could probably even attach it to like plaster screws in the ceiling or the wall or something. Where they screw the plaster into the beams, you could probably even hook it onto one of those if you wanted to. And this also comes with a included 16 gig micro SD card. The 360 degree indoor cam, 2 megapixel 1080p video. It has a 360 degree horizontal rotation, so it can fully spin around. And I believe it's 270 degrees vertical. So quite a good viewing angle, which you'd expect from a pan and tilt camera. It also has movement detection, infrared night vision, two-way audio, and comes with the included 16 gig micro SD card. This one comes with a plastic mounting bracket with 3 screws, and you just, as you normally do in plastic, you put the little red things in, forget what they're called, the inserts, and then you screw into those, and you can securely attach the camera to that. I should also mention all the cameras can flip their perspective. So if you mount them on the roof, you can just flip them and you will see the picture the correct way. And this camera also has Ethernet connectivity as well. The outdoor bullet camera, 1080p video. It has two-way audio, infrared night vision, IP66 weatherproof rating, same as the Doorbell intercom. It also has movement detection support and the included 16 gig micro SD card for local storage. It has 2 high gain antennas, and it looks like there might be 5 or 7 decibels, judging from their size. The ruggedized housing, and this one requires 12 volts DC to power. And it communicates on Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz and also Ethernet. These are the current lineup of cameras. There is newer upgraded versions coming later this year, and we will be doing a new webinar on those to tell you the differences. But for now, these are the available cameras. Okay, so let's go on to the installation procedure. Whoops. Okay, so all the cameras are installed basically the same way. So in the box, you will get your mounting instructions, and very, very simple. As I mentioned before, you just put the little inserts and you screw into that in the plaster, or you can magnetically attach the little mini indoor camera to a magnetic surface, and the doorbell comes with its own instructions. So basically, once you've got it physically mounted, this is where we go to include it into the ALULA system. So everything is done through the ALULA app on the mobile phone. You can't do cameras through the portal. You can do sensors and other Wi-Fi devices through the portal, but the cameras must be done through the ALULA mobile phone app. So basically, as you can see in the pictures with the process, it's very simple. And if you've ever added anything to a Wi-Fi network at home, it's like a Google Home or an air purifier, something. They're all very similar. So basically, you load up the app. You go, you select you want to add a device. You scan the QR code found on the bottom or the inside of the doorbell. So for the doorbell, you need to remove the faceplate. So do it before you install it. Just throw it some power and quickly include it, or you can do it before you go on site. But you scan the QR code, and then it'll search the Wi-Fi from your phone, and it'll find the device. It has its own little access point, and then you basically provide it with your customers or your home Wi-Fi details, and it will join the camera. It will send the Wi-Fi details, and then the camera will connect to your Wi-Fi network, and that's how you get it onto your network. So as you can see in these pictures, you can select a wide connection, but for this, we're focusing on the wide connection. You provide the Wi-Fi details, it'll provision the camera. And if everything goes well, which it will, you add the camera and give it a name, and then it appears in the ALULA system and on the portal. It can take a few minutes to come through. I found that with the mobile phone and the tablet, if you need to configure them instantly, like if you're on site, you can just log out of the app, log back in, and the camera will be right there. Or you can just reboot the touchpad and it will pop up straight away. Or you can just wait the 2 or 3 minutes for it to pop in.
Our questions were around, I'll just recall if we have to use cloud video storage or we can use our local storage. So we can't use NVR like Hikvision or Dahua NVR. The storage is by default on the cloud, ALULA cloud. That's actually part of your subscription, monthly subscription benefits. It's very convenient and very safe. The cameras are pushing up the videos, clips, short clips, as soon as they are triggered. So either you want to record them, or you set up different levels of triggering to push that up. So if anything would happen, there's an intruder who is damaging the cameras or intercom, you will have evidence anyway up there on the cloud, safely stored. Also, cameras, as Jason mentioned, they have SD cards, so they can also record locally. All the mounting, there was another question, all the mounting options, which Jason was showing, they are free together, they come free together with the intercom. They in the same box, all of these three options and colors. And yes, the other question was about do we need to have ALULA hub to use intercoms and doorbells and the cameras? Yes, you need to have a ALULA hub, either Connect Plus or BAT, BAT, to use the cameras. That's actually part of the ecosystem. We can't use them independently. And I'm reading right now from Dawn. Dawn, just a correction on the cameras. You don't need to Connect Plus Hub or BAT to use cameras. You can download the app. Oh, thank you very much, Dawn. That's actually my learning as well too. I thought it's required. Now Dawn clarifies that yes, you can use the cameras and or intercom without hub. You just need to have an app, like Jason said. Setting up the cameras intercom goes via wizard on the ALULA app.
Yep. Thanks everyone for attending. And if you're in the neighborhood, you're welcome to stop into the showroom. We can show you it in person, and you can view all the aspects and the performance and whatnot. And we also have more. We have more webinars in the coming weeks, specifically the Z-Wave and the scenes. And there will be an updated video for the new cameras when they release. So yep, thanks to everyone again for coming, and yep, see you in the next one.